In Lincoln at Memorial Stadium. We're going to give you the sound of this, the audio from the field. You can hear the music now. And the Cornhuskers are making their way from the locker room to the tunnel. They will emerge. You'll see the first red-clad warrior under that scoreboard in the southwest corner. And I predict that this place will come absolutely apart when they take the field. You can start to see them now. And in just moments, they're going to run out through that famous tunnel formed by the band, that corridor of Cornhusker fame, over to the east sideline. I want you to hear it when it happens. Meanwhile, the Sun Devils are taking the field quietly out of the northwest corner and assembling over on the west sideline. Here they come. Well, this is what we expected. A tremendous amount of emotion fueled by the events of the week and the first greeting officially to the defending national champions. Arizona State is the toss, elects to defer. They'll kick off and defend the north goal. And you're listening to Big Red Radio.
All right, Gary, thank you. Arizona State to get off. Deep back for Nebraska. Amon Green at the goal line to the right. And Clinton Childs to the left. And kicked by Linhart. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. And so it's Nebraska's choice whether or not they want Arizona State to take a 5-yard penalty and kick from the 30, or take the ball at the 35-yard line to begin this game.
It's like they'll take the football at the 35, Kent, because that's, even with a good return game, which Nebraska has, a better than average return and a pretty good field position to start the game.
Here we go. Nebraska moving right to left from south to north against the wind, which is pretty strong. The first play from scrimmage will be what they call an open set, and it will be an outside zone play. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Frazier the quarterback, Makovica the fullback, and of course Clinton Childs, the starting tailback, replacing Lawrence Phillips. Arizona State up there with a 4-man front. They're known to come with everything but the kitchen sink and leave themselves vulnerable to the big play with that kind of pressure. Tommy takes the snap. Here's the zone play. Clinton got a block by Makovica. 35, 20, 45, 50, 45, 40, 30. First play from scrimmage. Touchdown! 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 A 65-yard touchdown on the opening snap of the game. The red balloons up in the air, heading toward the south as Clinton Childs takes it on a zone play down the left sideline for 6.
Well, that was just the thing. They sealed everything off in the middle. There were 9 Sun Devils within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. They were loaded up for air on the rush. Nebraska sealed it off with the line of scrimmage. Makovica with the key block on the perimeter and the point of attack, and away went Child.
The snap, the placement, the hold, the kick, and it's up, and it's good by Chris Brown. And with 11 seconds gone, it's Nebraska leading Arizona State 7-0. You're listening to Big Red Radio. And the kick by Chris Brown, low, hitting inside the 15-yard line, fielded on the hop by Hopkins to the 10 to the 15. He's to the 20. He's to the 25. High hurdles and is dumped at the 26-yard line. That's where Arizona State will have it, 1st and 10. Poole in motion right to left before the snap. Plummer, the quarterback, gives the ball to his tailback, and he goes nowhere. May have gotten a yard from the 26 to the 26 and a half. Chris Hopkins, their leading rusher. Plummer takes the snap on second down. Fade pattern, right sideline, man coverage, incomplete. Great play on the ball by Michael Booker on their leading receiver, Isaiah Mustafa. It's third down and 9.5 to go.
Well, they tried on their first play, Kent, made the choice, and maybe just to settle the team down with something basic, to challenge Christian Peter. And Peter stuffed 2 attempted blocks. In fact, he didn't lose even an inch of ground and made the play. And now they missed connection on the second down play, brings up 3rd and 10.
From the 26-yard line, right hash, 3rd and long for Arizona State. Quick count, give to the tailback. He got a couple 3 out to the 28-yard line. Hopkins, and Nebraska has 3 and outed Arizona State. ASU will punt the ball. The Huskers off to a great start. Lance Anderson, their punter, averaging 36.9 per tote. His biggest kick this year, 41 yards, and Cheatham is deep along with Reggie Ball and Nebraska 26 and 25-yard line respectively. Anderson gets the punt off. Not a lot on it. It bounces inside the 40 and will be down by Arizona State at the Nebraska 36-yard line, and you will have good field position. 3.41 on the hang time. 7-0 Huskers just into this football game. We are back in action at Memorial Stadium. Nebraska's second possession and second snap. They're ahead 7-0. Child 65 yards on the first play. Tommy under center takes the snap. Inside, he gives it off to Childs, who gets a couple of 3 from the 26 maybe, or 36 out to maybe the 38-yard line. And there's a penalty flag. Movement at the line of scrimmage right at about the time the snap occurred. Jason Reynolds, their right side tackle, in the neutral zone. We shall see how they'll rule. The referee today is Tom Ehlers out of Des Moines, Iowa. And no indication yet as to whether it's on the offense or the defense.
Offside on the defense. 5 yards, repeat first down.
So the defensive tackle could not get back. Clinton now with 150 yards rushing. Got 2 against Oklahoma State, 82 against Michigan State. Tommy under center takes the snap, gives to his fullback. They call it a bounce play. And out to the 42-yard line goes Jeff Makovica. Double tight ends, full house backfield, NU from their 42 on the right side hash, moving right to left, south to north as we watch it from the west side against the wind. Snap to Tommy, zone play again. Clinton's got the ball. He's got the first 45-50 into Arizona State territory and down between the 48 and 47-yard line of the Sun Devils. Trayvon Jackson on the stop. Makovica again with another keen block out ahead of Clinton Childs.
Well, Trayvon Jackson did a good job to even get close to Childs because Makovica had knocked him down and off the play, and Jackson showed some real athletic ability to just catch up with the play. But still a nice game for a first down for Nebraska.
Jeff Makovica blocking like a fiend early on in this game. 1st and 10 NU, 48-yard line ASU. Lester Johnson, a tight end there. Pro trips left. 1 back is Clinton. Snap to Tommy. 3-step drop. Screen pass left. Ball's got it. Bobbles it around. Nearly intercepted. Ball's incomplete. Reggie Ball took his eye off it. Screen to the left side to Reggie Ball. And in the eye, Tommy, 2nd and 10, option to the left side. The open side of the field, got a block, turns the corner, 45, and run down from behind, knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line, 38-yard line of Arizona State. Tommy on 2nd and 10 gets all but 2.
And Chris Fishman with a big assist on that play, the left tackle for the Huskers.
And it is 3rd down and less than 1. Tommy picked up 9 on that play. Ball at the 38-yard line of the Sun Devils. Double tights. ASU. 4-down lineman. Snap to Tommy, give to Clinton. He's got the first down right up the middle, inside the 35. Took short of the 34-yard line. So they needed less than 1, and Makovica again on a lead play, blocking for Clinton Childs. Amon Green averaging 12.6 yards per carry. He's picked up 126 yards on 10 totes of the ball. From the 35 of ASU, 1st and 10. In motion, Johnson left side. Counter sweep left side. It's Amon Green. Got the corner inside the 35. Inside the 30. Dives forward down to the 27-yard line of Arizona State. He picked up about 7. 2nd down and short. They've gotten Arizona State to suck up on run support. Maybe Tommy goes to the air out of this power look here. From the 27, snap to Tommy. Option right, fades back the pass. He's got a man there. Gilman inside the 5. And down he goes at the 4-yard line.
Well, you called it, Kent. They set him up perfectly for that, and that has been so effective against so many teams, that tight end play after they've been chewing it up on the ground.
22 yards on the pickup. Gilman's 6th catch of the year. Hasn't scored a touchdown yet. They say his knee touchdown just inside the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from officially the 5-yard line of Arizona State. Huskers ahead, less than 5 minutes into this one from Lincoln. Second-ranked Nebraska leading 7-0. They got it on the right side hash mark, double tights, wing left, and that's Reggie Ball. Snap to Tommy, it's to Makovica, penetrates the 5 to the 3-yard line. So between the 4 and the 3, Jeff Makovica averaging 6.5 yards a carry. Second down and goal, Huskers at the 4-yard line of Arizona State. Again, the full house backfield, toss sweep left side. Amon Green's got a blocker, that's Makovica. Cuts back into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Amon Green. Telling you, Jeff Makovica is having an unbelievable day early in this game, blocking. Aaron Graham back to Federal, the kick by Chris Brown. It's up, he hits it. And with 9:53 left in the first from Lincoln, second-ranked Nebraska all over Arizona State early, 14-0.
We're ready for kickoff, 14-0 Nebraska, 9:53 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Kent.
And Chris Brown approaches the ball. The freshman hits it high against the wind, held up like a punt. Underneath it, Terry Battle. He's got it up to the 15, middle return 20, plows his way past John Hess, but then again, no, Hess holds on to him, hawk ties him, wrestles him down at the 24-yard line.
Let's go to that.
We have holding on Arizona State on the return, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
All right, it was a hold.
Well, that's the last thing you need, of course, if you're the Sun Devils and Bruce Snyder now. You're down 14-0 to the defending national champions. And you get a fair field position on a return and then hamstring yourself with a penalty.
All right, Arizona State over the ball. It's 12. Quick count. Snap to Plummer. Gives to his tailback, and that's Chris Hopkins, and he is smothered by the black shirts inside. Christian Peter the first to get to him. Christian coming in with 11 tackles, third on the team. From the 13-yard line, 2nd and 9, ASU. Plummer under center, man in motion to the right side, 5-step drop. Plummer's pocket holds, delivers it complete, and then drop, not held on long enough. They'll rule it incomplete. A nice hit by Michael Booker at left corner. He's been in on 2 nice plays early on. The intended target, Keith Poole.
Holding on the offense, decline, third down.
And Arizona State on the ropes here early with less than 6 minutes gone, behind 14-0. They're facing 3rd and long from their own 13-yard line.
And so far, the only advantage that the Devils have at this stage of the game is that they have the wind and maybe can avoid the field position deficit with the wind.
No backs in the backfield with Plummer. 3 wide outs on each side. Plummer back to throw. Big rush. Hot receiver. Incomplete. Great pass rush by Nebraska's Grant Wistrom for 1. And again, Tom Ehlers. Disregard the flag is the indication from Tom Ehlers. They'll call this one off, and ASU's punting unit steps onto the field. ASU's punter Lance Anderson standing a yard deep in his own end zone. Beat back for Nebraska double safeties Reggie Ball and Cheatham at the 45 of NU. Long snap into the hands of Anderson. Takes a step up, hits it from the 3, hits a rocket, and underneath it is Reggie Ball at the 45, to the 50, 45, Reggie Ball 40, right sideline 35, and out of bounds, he goes, Reggie Ball. Downfield, in front of the Nebraska bench, a 23-yard return, and Nebraska's got the great field position. Again, Nebraska against the wind here in the first quarter. We're almost halfway through it. Moving south to north, right to left. And Nebraska in the ace set. Double tights, 2 wings. And the tailback is Clinton Childs. Tommy under center has the snap. Zone play. It's Clinton. Got the corner. He's to the 20. Cuts back and falls forward inside the 15. Knocked down at the 15-yard line. Good quick feed by Clinton Childs. Again, a double tight end look with 2 wing backs. 1 back. That's Clinton Childs. NU at the 15 of Arizona State, 1st and 10 ahead, 14-0. Option play right side. Tommy has a great alley around the right side, inside the 15, inside the 10. Fight through 2 men into the end zone. Touchdown, Tommy Frazier. Tommy Frazier breaking 3 tackles and getting into the end zone, standing up. And so the Huskers in an early rout, it looks like. A 15-yard touchdown run by Tommy Frazier. And the Huskers on the board with their 3rd touch of the first period.
Boy, Eric Anderson. And Ott over there taking out Scott Bonderahe, the linebacker, the leading tackler for the Sun Devils. And the left end, Aubrey Battle, they were just taken out of the play. Tommy did the rest on his own.
Chris Brown, perfect on the afternoon, has missed only 1 PAT this year, his first at Oklahoma State. We'll try it again. Aaron Graham snaps it back to Federal. Placement, kick by Chris, up, and it is through there. And it is 21-0. Nebraska leading Arizona State. 7:35 to go in the first period. You're listening to Big Red Radio.
21, Chris Hopkins.
And here's the kickoff. Chris Brown hits it against the wind. High, very short, held up in the wind. And taking it at the 18 on the run. And a huge hit on the return man, Hopkins. He hung on to it. I don't know how. John Hess and Octavius McFarland leveled him. And miraculously, Hopkins held on. They'll give him his forward progress to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for ASU.
Kent Hopkins is going to be seeing 4s in his dreams and his nightmares for about a week, I think. McFarland, number 4, and Hess, number 44. Absolutely just leveled it. Ran over it.
Shades of John Rood against Oklahoma in the late 70s. All right, quick count again. Plummer back to throw. Pocket holds. Now it crumbles. They got him for a sack and a flag on the play. Sheriff Tomich, Jason Peter were there, and a lot of times you'll see a hold as the flag was thrown, and it's a hold. A hold against Arizona State. Question is, will Nebraska take it? That would make it 2nd and 10 from the 20, or will they just decline it and make it 2nd and 15?
Holding on the offense. Decline. 2nd down.
2nd and 14 yards to go now for Arizona State. The sack on the play, and let's go down to Jim Rose.
You know, we talk about how nationally the option offense isn't in vogue, but that's the biggest headache for Arizona State. Their new defensive coordinator, Phil Snow, who's talking to his ends and saying, come on, guys, let's do what we practice. You've got to quit following the eye back and pay attention to the quarterback. See if that works next time ASU's on defense.
New tailback in there, Terry Battle for Arizona State. Trips to the left side, tight end right. As Plummer rolls to the left, throws on the run. It's incomplete, poorly thrown. He threw it on the run, missed Keith Poole badly, and now it's 3rd and 14 facing ASU. 3rd down 14, Arizona State, their 15-yard line. Plummer takes the snap, takes the screen left, throws it back left, complete. Across the 20, out to the 22-yard line goes Keith Poole. And that's well short of what Arizona State needed. It's 4th down, and Arizona State will have to punt it. And here's the kick by Anderson from the 12-yard line. Lots on it. Underneath it is Cheatham at the 34. Moves to the right side. Gives ground. Still running, and he's going to finally, he slipped the tackle out beyond the 40 to the 42-yard line. Kenny Cheatham looked like it was going to be dropped 5 yards back upfield, and we've got 2 flags on that play.
We have a block in the back on Nebraska. 10 yards from the spot of the fall. 1st down.
There were 2 flags, so which spot are they talking about? We shall see. They're marking it off against Nebraska. And it will be 1st and 10 from inside the 30-yard line. Let's pause 5 seconds for station ID on the Nebraska Sports Network. Ryan Schuster in at fullback now for Nebraska, the junior out of Fullerton. Tommy has him in the I pro set, flanker right, split end left from the Nebraska 27-yard line. Huskers ahead 21-0. Tommy takes the snap, gives it off to Childs. It's a counterplay right side. He's got the 30 and hit out of bounds right in front of Nebraska's bench, picking up about 3. High pro set once more. Quick counts. Tommy's got it. Gives to Childs. Swings right side across the 35. Dives forward to the stick. I think he got it. Al Makowicz has got his glasses on it. He's the expert. He says 1st down, and so do the officials.
1st down, and Childs had a little room, but the thing is, he may have been, in a perfect world for Arizona State, would have been tackled short of the stick, Kent, but because of his momentum and his toughness and his balance, he got just what he needed for the 1st down to set up the Huskers with the 1st and 10 at the 38.
New wings and a new split to end. Cheatham and Cluster Johnson, left and right respectively, in the I pro set. And it's Tommy on 1st and 10, taking the snap, toss sweep right side. Childs will throw the ball. Childs over the middle. He's got Cluster. It is complete. And flags on the play. Cluster Johnson's got the ball inside the 30-yard line of Arizona State. They're going to spot it at the 33 of Arizona State. The halfback pass off the toss sweep by Clinton Childs.
That's going to be interference on the Sun Devils, Kent, I'm sure. 3 defenders around Johnson, and he comes up with a catch.
33 yards on the play. Let's see if this doesn't tag something on here. Although it could be pass interference and declined by Nebraska. 2 flags thrown, may have been about the same violation. Nonetheless, Nebraska taking
pass interference on the defense. Decline. 1st down.
And now they'll move that ball inside the 30-yard line, back to the 27 where we first spotted it. 1st and 10 NU.
And they're ready. Out of the huddle, they want more points, and they want a ton of them early. They've already got half a ton, Kent.
Clinton Childs, 7 carries, 104 yards early on. And double tight end set. The ace for Nebraska with 1 back, Federal to the left, and ball to the right, and Tommy takes it back. Play fake, goes long. He's got Federal inside the 5. In there, touchdown. Vedral with his second touchdown reception of the year. Nebraska up 27-0 on a play fake off that zone play. Tommy Frazier pulled back, found Vedral, scampering down the middle all by his lonesome when with 5:38 to go. Nebraska with 4 touchdowns, and here comes Mr. Brown.
Tremendous passing efficiency by Frazier, and of course Childs in a halfback pass. Just a simple play action. Nobody paying attention to Vedral downfield. He was pretty much alone. The DB tried to catch up, but it was too late.
Tommy 2 for 3, 50 yards thrown at 1 touchdown. Here's the PAT by Chris Brown. It's good. And with 28-0 to score and 5:38 to go in the first period, we'll be back. You're listening to Big Red Radio.
Already 28-0. Nebraska, 5:38 remaining in the first quarter. Here's another Chris Brown kickoff, Kent.
And Chris belts this one against the wind. A huge kick against that 15-mile-an-hour wind. And over the end line on the fly. Chris Brown into the teeth of a 15 to 25-mile-an-hour wind. Hit it over the end line.
Some fine sponsors who are making this Husker broadcast possible today include State Farm Insurance and the State Farm agents throughout Nebraska who support Cornhusker football. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Big A Auto Parts and your Big A store, see them about their Husker deals.
This game is starting to smell like the Minnesota game in '83 at the Metrodome, Gary.
Even worse, 21 points a quarter, very symmetrical for the Huskers as they put up 84 points total in that game. This may not get that bad because it's a home game and you can go about 8-9 deep on the depth chart to keep it under control. It couldn't do that up there on the road.
Some substitutions defensively. Plummer under center, 1 back, 3 wideouts. First and 10, they're 20. Movement before the snap. And we shall see if it's on the offense or the defense.
Offside on the defense. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
First down and 5 yards to go. And the snap to Plummer from his 25. Pocket holds over the middle. It's complete at the 32-yard line and tackled right there by Doug Coleman is Keith Poole. And that's enough for the first down. Right side hash. Boundary right field left. Quick count again. Plummer to throw. And they blow the play dead. So Arizona State first and 10. They're 32 behind 28-0. Offset eye. Plummer drops to throw. Play fakes right. Throws down the left side man coverage. It's complete inside the 40, 35-30, 25-20. And that's going to be a touchdown, I believe. Nope, they got him inside the 5. Keith Poole knocked down by Eric Stokes. But it was man coverage by, I believe, the right cornerback who fell down. He got turned around and then fell down trying to cover Keith Poole. So a huge play by Arizona State, a 63-yard gain, and Arizona State first and 10, and threatening to score for the first time in this game. Hard line, tailback Michael Martin. Fullback is Ryan Wood. The quarterback is Jake Plummer, standing in a semi-shotgun. Now he gets underneath center. Or is he going to call for help from the official? No, he's not. First and goal. Crowd wants Nebraska to turn him back. Plummer takes the snap, gives to his tailback. Boom! He's hit down at the 2-yard line. Ryan Wood smacked by Doug Coleman. And so it's second down and goal to go. As those big defensive linemen kept Doug Coleman free and allowed him to hit the tailback on the play. Ryan Wood for no gain. Second down and goal to go from just outside the 2 for Arizona State. They come over the ball on the left hash mark. Nebraska leading it 28-0. 4:28 to go in the first quarter. Double tights. Tight wing left. I set. Wing back in motion to the right side. Plummer takes the snap. They give it to his tailback. He goes nowhere. He's cut down back at the 4-yard line. Michael Martin once more given the ball. He tried to go outside on the right side, and Nebraska defensively there to stop it. It's third down and goal, and Plummer calls timeout, coming to the sideline to talk to his coach. 3:40 to go. First period. Nebraska 28-0, and you're listening to Big Red Radio. Third down, goal to goal. Gary Plummer underneath center, 1 back, 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Wing back in motion, left to right. Plummer takes the snap, rolls to the right side, wants to throw over the middle. Touchdown to Keith Poole in the end zone. Almost all by himself, and so Nebraska gives up the first touchdown of the game to Arizona State by Nice. It's up and it's good. And with 3:35 to go in the first quarter, we've got 35 points on the board. Nebraska 28, Arizona State 7. When Bob Devaney led Nebraska to a victory over Missouri, and it's been filled up ever since. Here's the kick by Anderson. End over end and high with the win. Amon Green, 5 yards deep, bobbles the ball, goes over the end line, touchback, comes out to the 20. First and 10, NU. All right, Nebraska over the ball, first and 10. Cornhusker 20-yard line. Frazier the quarterback, and again the 2 tight end, full house backfield look. NU ahead 28-7. Frazier gives it off to his fullback across the 25, and out to the 28-yard line goes Jeff Makovica. A little pop up the middle. Lee Cole on run support from his left cornerback spot. Made the stop for ASU. But up the middle goes Makovica, the senior from Brainerd, who picked up 25 pounds of muscle over the offseason. He picks up 8.5 yards.
And he looked very quick. And I think Jim made a good point. It just looks as if, in this game at least so far, that comparatively the Huskers have a group of speedsters in relation to Arizona State.
Tommy Frazier, 2 for 3 throwing, 50 yards and a touchdown. He's rushed it 2 times for 24 yards and a touchdown. And here's the snap to Tommy, and his give to his tailback, Amon Green, across the 35, dragging people with him out beyond the 40-yard line for the first down. Oh, Amon Green showing power, quickness initially, and then power, dragging those defenders with him. A 12-yard pickup. It was Malky Cuthbert, one of the defensive ends, who finally brought down Amon Green.
Well, Kent, I thought Amon Green really showed some tremendous athletic ability and speed last week. He goes 57 yards for that touchdown against Michigan State from the line of scrimmage, and even after he had been slowed down, he still had enough speed to run away from the pursuit. Incredible.
Again, the full house backfield and double tight ends with Tommy looking at 1st and 10 from the NU 40-yard line. Ready for the snap and has it from Aaron Graham. Fakes the counter sweep. Bootlegs right. 40, 45. Frazier cuts. 50, 45. Tommy Frazier down, diving forward to the 41-yard line of Arizona State. 18 yards on the carry by Tommy Frazier. And so the Cornhuskers moving the ball at will against Arizona State this day. They had 28-7, less than 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Ball at the 42-yard line of the Sun Devils. Before that snap, Stats had Childs with 65 yards. Rushing in the ball. No, he's got more than that. He's got 104 yards on 7 carries. And a 65-yard touchdown run. 1st and 10, NU 42 of ASU. Tommy gives to his tailback. I'm on up the middle. Pierces the 40-yard line and is hauled down at the 38-yard line of Arizona State. Pickup of 4 at 2nd and 6 as the clock runs. From the 38-yard line of Arizona State, Nebraska 2nd down and 6. 1:39 to go in the first quarter of play. Double tights, full house backfield once more. ASU with a 5-man front. Tommy under center, Aaron Graham has the snap, gives to his fullback, and that's Makovica, stood up, and he falls forward to the 35-yard line where it looked like he had nothing. He got a couple of 3 yards. Kenny Cheatham flanked off to the left side. Again, 2 tight ends, eye set for NU, Makovica and Amon Green. And here is the zone play again. It's Amon inside the 35 to 30. Takes a man with him inside the 25-yard line, tackled high and dropped at the 23-yard line of Arizona State. First down, NU. NU 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of ASU, right side hash. Tommy takes the snap, and he bumps into his tailback, throws the ball over the middle, complete to Mark Gilman inside the 15-yard line. He's got the first down. Gilman with a yard more than he needed. He needed the 14, got the 13, and on what looked like a busted play to start, with Frazier bumping into Amon Green, Frazier turns, finds Gilman, and throws the strike for 11 yards.
Well, Gilman is what you might call a comfort player for a quarterback, Kent. A tremendous target. He's a big, rangy guy with just tremendous hands. As good a set of hands for a tight end as you'll ever want to find. And it seems that he never misses a catchable ball.
1st and 10, Nebraska, 13-yard line ASU. 3 seconds on the clock. Will NU get a snap off? They do, and they give to the fullback. He's inside the 5. He's in there. Touchdown. Jeff Makovica on a trap right up the middle on the last second of the first quarter. A 12-yard touchdown run by Jeff Makovica, and the Huskers end the first quarter leading Arizona State 34-7 prior to the PAT.
Looking at a thoroughly demoralized and shocked Arizona State Sun Devil football team, Kent. They hand the ball off to the fullback. They hand it off to the I-back. They throw it to the tight end. It doesn't seem to matter. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and he'll throw it to the wingback or something. And in every case, it seems Nebraska either ends up in the end zone or for a first down. 35 points coming if Brown makes this.
Snap by Graham, hold by Vedral, kicked by Chris is up. It's good. And that's the end of the first quarter. Nebraska leading at 35-7 over Arizona State. This is the Nebraska Sports Network. Chris Brown, that wonderful-looking freshman out of South Lake, Texas, hits it with the wind this time. It's high, and it is 2 yards deep, and a muff hit the end zone, and they'll go down on the knee to touch it back. Some seconds in there. Ogard is one defensive tackle. Here's the pass by Plummer. It's incomplete. Hit the guy right in the numbers, and Mustafa couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10 ASU from their 20-yard line. Huskers 20, 35-7. Opening minute, second quarter. Plummer back to throw in a quick count, being chased. Ball batted away by Jeff Ogard. Jeff Ogard got that right hand up there and put it right back in the face of Plummer. Ogard, the 6'6", 310-pound junior out of St. Paul, Nebraska, who had a pick against Oklahoma State. Looked like Johnny Rogers trying to return it. Remember that run back by him?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, Ogard may be the Walter Mitty or Forrest Gump of the Nebraska defense. He seems to be in the right place at the right time always. Got a big paw up in the air and knocked that one down as we check in with Jim Rose on the field now.
A lot of injuries on the Arizona State sideline already. Sean Sueda starting defensive tackle with a bad ankle. There's ice there. Pat Tillman, outside linebacker, dinged shoulder. He may return, but Sam Santana, same deal. Inside linebacker probably will not.
3rd and 10. Arizona State there, 20. Dropping back is Plummer. Rushes on. Gets it long. The man is there. Complete. 50, 35, the 30. And Keith Poole's going to go all the way. Out of running Tyrone Williams for the touchdown. On 3rd and 10 from the 20, Plummer drops back. They caught Nebraska in a blitz. Plummer 2 touchdowns yet to be picked. And Arizona State going for 2 here. Nope, they're going to go for the PAT. So it's 35-13. Just 15, 17 seconds into the second quarter. Arizona State on a big one. And the PAT coming up by Robert Neese from the 10-yard line. The placement and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 14:43 to go in the first half of play, Nebraska 35, Arizona State 14. You're listening to Big Red Radio. So maybe for the second consecutive game, the team that won the coin toss made a bad decision to defer. Actually, Michigan State took the ball, blew up in their face, and Arizona State deferred. It's blown up in their face. Deep back NU are Clinton Childs and Amon Green. Short kick, and it's Childs at the 9. Middle return to the 10. He's to the 15. He's to the 20, 25, 30. He's across the 35 to 40, and he takes tacklers out to the 44-yard line. Clinton Childs, from the 30 to the 44, took Arizona players on his back.
They've gotten some tremendous returns, and they're going to bust one. Maybe today, maybe next week, but they'll bust one and maybe more this season because there's that kind of tenacity and speed on the return teams.
34-yard return by Clinton Childs, who's having a day. NU over the ball in their open set. Reggie Ball wide out left side, wide to the right. Kenny Cheatham and Clester Johnson. And the I with Brooke Behringer in at quarterback now. And he gives to his fullback, and that's Makovica across the 45 to the 46, perhaps the 47-yard line, maybe 3 on the carry. 2nd down 7, Nebraska, 47-yard line NU, in the open set once more. Brooke under center, Aaron Graham has the snap, takes it back to his tailback, and that's Childs, 50. He meets a man head-on and is driven out of bounds along the right left sideline in front of the Nebraska bench, and a flag maybe. At least the crowd wanted one. 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap. 1-step drop. Throws it out there complete. Clester Johnson hit as the ball arrives at the 40 for a nice 5-yard pick. A pickup of 5. Clester Johnson. 2. 2nd down. 4.5 to go. NU at the 40-yard line of ASU leading 35-14. 13 to go in the second quarter. A set. Snap to Brooke. They run a zone play. And it's Clinton Childs inside the 40 to around the 38-yard line or so. And that'll bring up 3rd and short. NU needs to get the ball to the Arizona State 35-yard line. Nebraska over the ball, field left, boundary right, ball's on the right side of hash. I pro set this trip formation-wise. Brooke, toss sweep left, it's Childs behind the block of Makovica, inside the 35, the 30, 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Clinton Childs. Childs with a run of 65 yards for 6, and now a run for 38 yards for 6 on both occasions. He owes Jeff Makovica a steak dinner.
Well, Makovica took out Trayvon Johnson, a corner, the only man that had a realistic chance. Some other Sun Devil defender caught up and gave him a bump, but it was all he could do to even reach out and touch him, and it wasn't going to slow down Childs. So there's 6 more, and Brown is in to try to make it 7.
Childs with a career high, 151 yards on 10 carries, 2 touchdowns. Snap, placement, kick by Chris Brown is up. And it's through there again. And with 12:35 to go in the first half of play, Nebraska 42, Arizona State 14.
We're back. Here we go, kid.
Here's the kick. Chris Brown nails it again with the win. This can't be returned, and it's caught on the fly by Hopkins deep in the end zone. Touchback Arizona State. The Sun Devils 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. And the black shirts back in there defensively. First string for Charlie McBride. Plummer drops, draw play. Broken out across the 30 to the 35 to the 36-yard line. Quick opener, or 26-yard line, I beg your pardon, and that was Terry Battle, sophomore out of San Diego. And so a nice run on first down. They picked up 6 yards. 2nd and 4 coming up for Arizona State.
Let's check in with Jim Rose.
Reynolds, the defensive tackle. Jason just had the wind knocked out of him with Nebraska now piling up 359 in total offense. He may not want to come back, but he could come back if he needed to.
Plummer is the quarterback. One back with him. 3 wideouts on 2nd and 4 from their 26. Takes the snap. 3-step drop. Pocket holds. Threw it poorly off the left side. Intended for Keith Poole. Arizona State 3rd down and 4. They're 26. Under center, Plummer drops to throw. Has time. Scrambles now. Runs it upfield. Good pursuit. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and he got the first down. Jake Plummer with great feet. He can really scramble. 3 wideouts, 1 back for Plummer. And you with a 4-man front. Backers backing off. Plummer to throw. Over the left side he goes. Incomplete. Minner got a left hand on it, but he was turned around and couldn't bring it in. Minner, who picked up his first career intercept at Michigan State last Saturday. Jake Plummer 5 for 12, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now he has him in the offset eye. Quick count again. Pump fake right, goes long, and it's intercepted by Nebraska at the 40-yard line. And down to the 36 is Michael Booker. Michael Booker with his first interception as a Cornhusker. The junior out of Oceanside, California. A great athlete. He picks Jake Plummer for the first time this afternoon. Nebraska on the year now with 5 interceptions, and the Huskers have the great field position at the 36-yard line of ASU.
Well, there's the first turnover of the game, Kent, and good pressure on Plummer that time from the front 4 of Nebraska. Everybody was coming at it.
Tommy's back in, and James Sims is in, folks, and this is the pro trips look. 2 tight ends right, 2 wings to the right. Tommy gives to James Sims, tries the middle, falls forward. Great forward balance by James Sims. Low to the ground, got what he could after initial contact at about the 33. Pierces the 30-yard line for that carry. James Sims averaging only 22.8 yards per carry.
Is that all?
Yeah, averaged 80 yards per carry last week. Shift before the snap. Clester's a tight end to the right side. Ace trips again. Under center is Tommy Frazier. He drops back to throw. He goes over the middle to Clester. He's got it inside the 5. Clester Johnson in there for the touchdown. Touchdown. NU and that ace trip set again. They had 4 receivers, 2 tight ends, and 2 wings. And the tight end to the right side was Clester Johnson. Clester, normally a wingback, is playing some tight end in that formation this year, and he got free over the middle and did a great job running after the catch, bringing people with him into the end zone. Tommy Frazier, 5 for 6, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, 28-yard scoring strike to Clester. Here's the kick by Brown. It's up, it's good, and Nebraska with 10:48 to go in the half, leading Arizona State 49-14. Here's the kickoff again by Chris Brown, and he nails it with the win, and this is unreturnable. Hopkins fields it on the end line. Touchback, 1st and 10 Nebraska for Arizona State at their 20-yard line. All right, Arizona State 1st and 10. They're 20 behind, 49-14. They keep it on the ground across the 20 to the 23, 24-yard line. Goes the tailback, Chris Hopkins. I suggest we may see more of this out of Bruce Snyder to run clock. 2nd and 6, Arizona State. Again, a quick count. Plummer to throw. Man coverage, incomplete to Poole. Coverage on the play by Leslie Dennis. Nebraska's great cornerback behind Tyrone Williams. Leslie Dennis has posted the fastest 40-yard dash time of any defensive back in Nebraska history, 4.43 seconds. And he's a great student, majoring in industrial engineering. And it'll be 3rd and 6 for Arizona State from their 24. And they break huddle. And they send Poole to the right, and they send Mustafa to the left side in the offset eye. 2nd down and 6. NU with Phil Ellis showing blitz. And it is Plummer dropping to throw. Pass pro holds, complete over the middle to the tight end Bush across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. And a rare first down for Arizona State. Plummer 6 for 14, 126 yards, 2 scores, 2 big plays of 66 and 8. He gives to his tailback across the 35, left tackle to the 36, 37-yard line for short yardage on first down. Plummer actually 176 yards throwing. Quick count again, and a play fake reverse around the right side. Ricky Boyer, 40-yard line, 45, 50, 45, and out of bounds in front of the Nebraska bench at the Cornhusker 38. Ricky the Rocket Boyer on a reverse from left to right, knocked out of bounds by Mike Fullman. Luther Harden 1 rush in. We'll check the other one. It might be John Hess. And a snap to the quarterback, Plummer, and a play fake. Wants to throw his pocket holes. He goes long. It's Poole again. He'll have another touchdown. Keith Poole in man coverage. I think NU was blitzing once more, and this time the right cornerback, Leslie Dennis, got beat. Another touchdown for Arizona State. They make it 49-20. Plummer 7 for 15, 214 yards, 3 scores. The PAT is good. And with 9:17 to go in the half, Nebraska's lead now 49-21 over Arizona State.
They thank these sponsors for bringing you exciting Nebraska football. Valentino's. Enjoy award-winning pizza. Nebraska's choice for pizza is Valentino's. And by Jeep and Eagle.
Here's the kickoff. Very, very short. Held up in the wind. Bounces at the 25. Takes a good Arizona State bounce. Fielded at the 18-yard line. And the return man out across the 20 to the 22 or 23-yard line, Clinton Child. Rook under center takes the snap. Gets it to his tailback. And he's out to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 2 perhaps for James Sims. He runs a 4.4140, a 1.4610.
James Sims.
211 passing yards unofficially, Kent, for Arizona State on this day. And I have a feeling this is the kind of game after that last score where Bruce Snyder, you're probably going to hear him say after the game, you know, if we could have just kept it under control defensively early until our passing game got on track, we'd have been in it.
They give James Sims 1 yard. Here's the ace trip set again. 3 receivers to the right, one of which is a tight end close to the formation, and 1 tight end to the left side, 1 back. Snap to Brooke Beringer, runs an option play, and he reverses himself to the right side, picks up a couple of yards to the 25-yard line. Play started toward the boundary from the left side hash mark. Nothing there for Brooke Beringer on the left side hash. Reggie Ball splits out wide left as the flanker. And the split end to the right is Federal. Shift before the snap by the tight end. Left to right is Mark Gilman. Federal in motion toward the set, and Brooke is back to throw. He's under heavy pressure. He throws it up and incomplete, and a flag. And the receiver, James Sims, I think may have been held up.
You could tell that Sims was trying to make his fake and then cut back to his right. And Beringer delivered the ball as if that route would have been run, but it couldn't be.
The pass was not catchable. Therefore, we'll pick up the flag.
There's no question James Sims is being held up, but Bruce Snyder got his way. Jason Simmons in single safety for Arizona State. Jesse Cush at the Nebraska 11-yard line. And he hits it from the 15, and it's a boomer with the wind. Tight spiral, sending Simmons back. He lets it bounce. Nebraska has a chance to down it. Can they get to it? It is going to be down at the 1-yard line. Tremendous punt by Jesse Cush. It sailed over the head of Simmons, who was in single safety, and Nebraska down the field. Jared Tomich on punt coverage dived for the ball, and before he went over the plane, he was able to down it at the 1-yard line. They're going to put it at the 2.
Incredible that he could catch up with that thing and then have enough control to bat it back across the goal line. And I mean, it was a matter of hairs before that thing would have been in the end zone.
And the black shirts are in there defensively. 1st and 10, Arizona State from their 2-yard line. Movement before the snap and a flag. Jason Peter or Christian Peter jumped. Pat Thompson jumped. And again, if the defense moves and the guy right in front of him pulls up, it's going to be on the defense. You can't draw him off anymore in that regard. And it's offsides against Nebraska.
5 yards.
Okay, let's check in with Jim Rose on the field.
From the 2 to the 5. 1st and 5, Arizona State. Under center, Jake Plummer has him in the eye, turns gift to his fullback. He's hit and drags a man with him across the 10 out to the 13, 14-yard line. Brian Wood with a quick hitter off tackle left. Minter with first contact, helped by Phil Ellis, but that's the first down as a result of the offsides. It was 1st and 5, and they got that and more.
Well, ASU has lost the field position battle here, but they had an advantage in that they could really open up the playbook on 1st and 5, and now they've got a little breathing room.
And so the black shirts dig in. Luther Harden in there. Outside rush, left side, Wistrom. Outside rush, right side. Snap the Plummer, give the fullback again. Stood up by Frank Minter and went nowhere. Minter played it tough on Ryan Wood, the fullback. And so, maybe a yard. From the 14 to the 15-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 9.
How sweet it is to see Mike Minter back at full form. Now let's go back to Terry Leahy at Network Control and Omaha run update.
Late in the 3rd, it's Iowa leading Iowa State 18-10. Illinois now leads Arizona 9-7 in the 4th. Back to Kent and Gary and Lincoln.
All right, Terry, thanks. Dan McCarney, a former disciple of Hayden Fry, leading the Cyclones against the Hawks and Ames today. Here we go, kid.
Arizona State, 3 wideouts to the right, tight end left, 1 back. That's Chris Hopkins. As rolling right is Plummer. 1 pump fake, he runs. He's across the 15 and slides down the hook slide at the 17-yard line. Wanted nothing to do with that defensive pursuit. And so it's going to be third down for Arizona State. 3rd and 7 from the 17-yard line of Arizona State. Snap the Plummer. Drops the throw. Pump fake left. Throws right. And it is incomplete, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, incomplete. Intended off the left side after the pump fake right to the wingback Lindsey Jackson.
As they get set to punt it away, Nebraska's return man ball on the right side.
And Kenny Cheatham
line up at midfield.
Long snap. Anderson hits it. Good rush from the corners. He holds it up in the air. And NU lets it bounce. Get away from it. And Arizona State digs out of a big hole from its own 2. After the punt, NU will get it 1st and 10 at its own 31-yard line. Tommy Frazier in there at quarterback. And Makovica is the fullback. First team back in there, at least in the backfield. Clinton Childs with 151 yards rushing at tailback. And Tommy takes the snap and he takes it back. And he gives it to Clinton. He's hit for a loss of 4 or 5 yards. And there was defensive penetration there big time by Jason Reynolds. So a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 Nebraska. And the double tight, double wing set. They call it the ace because there's one back. And Tommy under center looks at that Arizona State 4-man front. And he calls timeout. 2nd and 13 Nebraska. Frazier drops to throw. Fakes the screen left. Throws long. He's got a man. Defense. Cluster Johnson inside the 35. The 30. The 25. The 20. Inside the 15. Down to the 12-yard line.
Well, Kent, that's what we were talking about. That's just how lightning quick Nebraska can change the game. Change the field position on you. They're looking at 2nd and 14 deep in their own territory, and all of a sudden it's 1st down at the 12-yard line of Arizona State. And Johnson, after the catch, must have picked up about 12 yards.
The pump fake to the right side, faking the screen, sucked up the linebackers, and Klester was deep, picked up 61 yards on that pass play. NU 1st and 10, zone play left. Clinton Childs tripped up, lost the ball, but the whistle's blown. And so NU losing yardage on that play off the left side. Tommy 6 for 7 throwing it, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns. NU moving left to right, north to south with the wind. Double tights, full house backfield once more. Makovica, Klester Johnson, and Amon Green now at tailback. Tommy under center in a long count, takes the snap. Run pass option, he flips it behind Green, and the ball is out of bounds. It'll belong to Nebraska. Last team to be in possession when it goes out of bounds, unless you bat it out of bounds, is the offensive team. And for the first time, the shotgun. Amon Green, 1 step beside Tommy to his left. 4 quick receivers, 2 to each side. Long snap coming up on 3rd and long. And it's to the up back inside the 25, the 20. It's Amon Green inside the 15, the 10. He'll score! Touchdown! 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 That is the very same play that Clinton Childs scored on against Michigan State, or Phillips scored on against Michigan State last week. Tommy in the short gun, back there, apparently ready to take the long snap. Instead, it comes to the up back, and Amon Green goes in from 26 yards. And with 3:40 to go in the first half, Nebraska in the 50s, ahead 55-21. Amon Green, 6 rushes, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns. The PAT is up. And the left-footed Ted Ritzlap hits it through from Waverly, Nebraska. And here's the kick by Chris Brown again with the wind, high and carrying deep into the end zone. And down on his knee goes Chris Hopkins for the touchback. And it's Arizona State 1st and 10, they're 20. Plummer throws the ball complete across the 25. He dropped it, he didn't have it long enough, and now a late flag. They've had a face mask there. Well, on the big instant replay monitor, we may be able to see it here. Did they run it already? Here comes the referee, Tom Ehlers. A legal block in the back against Arizona State. Saltzman and Ogar, the defensive tackles, 1st and 20 for Arizona State after the penalty. And Plummer leaves it on the ground with his tailback. Broke it a little bit, and there's a flag as 5 yards is picked up from the 10 to the 15 by Chris Hopkins.
Holding on the offense. 5 yards. Repeat 1st down.
Half the distance to the goal. From the 10 to the 5-yard line, it's 1st and 25. Another penalty, and Arizona State will be huddling up in the state capitol building. 1st and 25. Snap the Plummer. Gives to his lone back, and up the middle goes Hopkins across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Picked up a yard. It's 2nd and 24, 23 yards to go, depending on the spot of the ball, with the clock running 3:15 left first half. And NU ahead 56-21.
You know, this crowd today can't, obviously the place is full for the 202nd straight time, but I feel, and we speculated on this yesterday coming in here today, that there would be a little extra juice here, and there certainly has been. I hope you were able to listen as the team came out onto the field with their music. It was incredible.
2nd and 23 for ISU. Quick count again. Hopkins again off left tackle, 20 out of the 10-yard line. Hit hard and pushed back. And that was Doug Coleman. Doug Coleman, the senior out of Ventnor, New Jersey, playing almost interchangeably with middle linebacker Phil Ellis. And so a pickup from the 7 out to the 11-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 18 yards to go for Arizona State.
Coleman will be personally responsible for several black and blue marks on Sun Devils tonight. He's just been an animal in there at middle linebacker. Say, State Farm Insurance, a major supporter of women's athletics, is pleased to bring you this NU Women's Sports Update right after this play.
Dime package in. Farley and Warfield in there at backer. And it is Plummer taking the snap. No flag yet. Scrambles upfield across the 15 and again goes down on his own volition, seeing big Jeff Okart coming his way. Now we see the flag along the far sideline. The player right across from him pulls up. Normally, in the past, that's a legal procedure on the offense. But now it's offsides against the defense.
Real bad deal for Arizona State, guys. Keith Poole, their great wide receiver, has been taken off the field. Headed back to the locker room with the air cast on. They're going to x-ray that and see if it's a broken bone. I thought it might be the way the trainer was examining it.
All right, Arizona State over the ball. 3rd and long. Give is to Hopkins. Got nothing. Hopkins tackled at the 19-yard line. May have got one. They're going to have to punt. And he waits for it on the long count. And it's delivered to him. And he hits it from the 8-yard line, straight up in the air, held up in the wind, very short. Takes a Nebraska bounce inside the 45-yard line and down by ASU. Where are they going to spot it? At the 44 of Arizona State and Nebraska with time to get some more on the board with 1:37 to go. That was just a 26-yard punt. Snap to Tommy Frazier and the play fake. And Tommy wants to throw and he goes long. He's got Reggie Ball man to man. Reggie's got it. It's complete at the 5-yard line. Reggie Ball, who had caught 2 passes this season for 127 yards with another long one. He'd been averaging 63.5 yards per reception. And Jason Simmons out-jumped by 5'8" Reggie Ball, and that's if he's on his tippy toes.
And he was.
And so Nebraska, 1st and goal at the 5 of ASU. Full house backfield. Tommy gives to his fullback. Magavica got a couple. A little reverse inside handoff from Tommy to Magavica. The score shows 56-21 Nebraska, 1:09 to go in the first half.
Well, that answered my speculation, Ken, about whether Nebraska would put up or try to put up any more points with a minute and a half to go until intermission and a 56-21 lead. Absolutely, they're going to go after another touchdown here. Call off the dogs later if that's the thing to do.
2nd down and goal. Nebraska, ASU 3-yard line, right side hash, double tights, full house backfield, snap to Tommy. He boots to the right off the play fake, looking in the end zone, throws it away. As big number 90, Tim Carpenter, was covered deep in the end zone. It's 3rd and goal, NU at the 3-yard line of Arizona State. 3rd and goal, Huskers, 3-yard line, Arizona State. Frazier takes the snap, runs an option to the short side. He slips a tackle, goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Tommy Frazier. Tommy Frazier with a career day throwing the football. 229 yards throwing it. His previous best game throwing the ball, 206 yards against Texas Tech last year, and the same number against Florida State in the 1994 Orange Bowl. And he goes in on the run as Nebraska's in the 60s, 62-21.
And has exceeded the 500-yard mark in total offense with that play. Retzlaff in to try to add the point to give the Huskers 63 points to Arizona State's 21 going into halftime.
Retzlaff to kick it, the placement, and he hits it up there and through there, and with 39 seconds to go, Nebraska leading Arizona State now 63-21. Chris Brown will kick it off after Retzlaff split him on the PAT. He hits it at the 35-yard line, and again it is a gun, and again over the end line on the fly, and he may have gotten it over the crossbar. It's a 75-yard field goal if they'd allow it. 39 seconds to go. First half, Nebraska 63-21.
When they hit the 56-point mark, Kent, Nebraska had set a record for number of points in a half. It's a Nebraska record, and now they're just adding to it with 63 here. That breaks the most points in any half, which previously was 55 points versus Colorado back in 1983. So they're flashing it up there pretty good today. Keith Poole out for ASU, as Jim reported. Sean Swayda, the other injured Devil, will be checking on ASU and Nebraska injuries, of course, at halftime.
All right, Arizona State over the ball. Their 20-yard line. I set, double tight, swing left, quick count, give to the fullback, goes nowhere. NU's defense was like a brick wall for Ryan Wood as he met it at the 20-yard line. Arizona State has had enough here in the first half. I don't think Plummer wants another snap. That's going to be, he got the snap, went down on a knee, and that's the end of the first half, folks. And we have an old-fashioned Husker rout on tap this afternoon. At halftime, Nebraska leading Arizona State 63-21, and you're listening to Big Red Radio.
There's nothing like the loyalty that you find among the Husker faithful all across this country, and again, we're delighted to bring it to you. Here we go.
Here's the kick by Chris Brown. Line drive, takes a bounce, and in one hop, it's over the end line in Nebraska. Will be on defense to start the second. In the offset eye, two wideouts left, tight end right from their 20. Plummer, quick count, gives to his tailback across the 25 to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. The running back was Chris Hopkins. I think you'll see Bruce Snyder run the ball more here in the second half. They want that clock to roll.
Ellis, Minner, and Foreman on the tackle there as we check in with Jim Rhodes.
Guys, finally a decision on Clinton Childs. He slightly strained his knee in the first half. They weren't sure if he could come back, but they've decided now with this lead, no need to bring him back in the game, but not a serious injury at all.
2nd and 4, Plummer back to throw over the middle to tight end Bush at the 30 to the 34-yard line, and Arizona State from its own 20 out to the 34. On the first possession of the second half, picks up a first down there. 1st and 10, Arizona State. Movement before the snap. I believe an offensive lineman pulled up, drawing Nebraska's Grant Wistrom across the line of scrimmage. 1st and 15 for the Sun Devils. Behind, 63-21, 14-21 to go in the third. As Plummer is underneath center, has him in the offset eye. Waiting for the snap, takes it. 3-step drop. Pass pro holds, guns it left side. It's incomplete. Mustafa, the intended receiver, and he hurt Tyrone Williams coming up from behind. Tyrone with a big stick on Mustafa against the wind, and the offset eye quick count, and the gives to the tailback out across 30, 35 to the 40, out to the 42-yard line goes Chris Hopkins, as we said, the leading rusher on this team, averaging 5.2 per carry. The crowd getting with the black shirts here. 1st and 10, ASU, they're 41. Plummer to the tailback again, tries the middle, gets 2. From the 41 to the 43, Ryan Terwilliger, the junior out of Grant, Nebraska, made the stop from his will linebacker spot. And with 13:28 to go, here in the third period of play, opening possession, Arizona State moving it. They've got it at their own 43-yard line, and they're eyeballing the chain gang on the right side. Did they get the first down? Looks like it's 3rd down and 1 yard to go. So here we go from the 43-yard line on the left side hash mark. Beg your pardon, it's 4th down and 1 to go, and Arizona State will punt it away. It will be Lance Anderson to kick it away to Nebraska. NU about to get their hands on it for the first time in the third quarter.
Looks like they did a platoon change there to bring the punting unit in, Kent. That's why the confusion. They had Plummer and the whole gang out in the field.
Kenny Cheatham in single safety for the Big Red at his own 14-yard line and backpedaling. Back at the ASU 28-yard line, Lance Anderson, their punter, waiting for the long snap. He's got it in his hands. He hits it from the 32-yard line, high, held up in the air, and Cheatham will not field it. It takes an ASU bounce inside the 20, inside the 15, and it will roll dead at the 13-yard line of Nebraska, where the Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. NU in the open set. As the fullback is Makovica, the tailback Amon Green, the freshman. Underneath center is Tommy, takes the snap, zone play, and it's Amon behind the block. Makovica, 25. He's out beyond the 25 to the 27-yard line. From the 13 to the 27 on the first play of the third period, a 13-yard pickup. 13 yards upfield from the hash mark right to the hash mark left. NU 1st and 10 at the 27. double tight, swing right, I sets, and the snap to Tommy, and the give to the tailback, Amon Green. No, the play fake. Tommy throws. Intercepted. The return at the 35. Hauled down by Amon Green was Derek Smith, who picked Tommy Frazier. Tommy's first interception this year. There for Nebraska defensively, Coleman inside at middle linebacker. Give to the tailback. He broke it off the left side to the 30-yard line from the 35. A pickup of 5 on first down, and Arizona State getting something done here in the third period, although not yet on the board. Tailback in there is Martin again, offset I. Flanker right, split end left from the NU30. The snap to Plummer, and the give again is to Martin, and he's hit at the 29-yard line, got about a yard. Started up the middle, cut off to the right side. Good run pursuit to the ball by Jay Foreman and Terwilliger. Big third down play for ASU from the Nebraska 29. Plummer back to pass, and a 3-step drop over the middle. Tight end's got it at the 25, and he's got the first down across the 25 to the 24-yard line of Nebraska. No scoring in the second half. Nebraska 63-21. First and 10, NU 24. Plummer back to throw. They pick up the blitz, and he throws it incomplete. Threw it into the dirt. He intended it for Michael Martin. And so it'll come back to the 24-yard line of Nebraska, second and 10, ASU. And the snap to Plummer, and they give to the tailback. A reverse off the left side. Ricky the Rocket Boyer. He's to the 25 and then snowed under. Fumbles the football. And they're going to mark it dead. They're going to mark it dead. Pay no attention to what's happening. It's marked dead at the 26-yard line of Nebraska. The flag lying at the Nebraska 26-yard line. Huskers 2-0 on the year, second ranked. Behind Florida State. Here's the official.
They have a block in the back on the offense, 10 yards from the end of the run. Repeat second down.
There it is.
So it's second down and 22 yards to go. Plummer under center. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left, 1 back. He takes the snap. He looks to throw. Looks to the right. There's a flag blowing the play dead.
No indication yet on this one. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Full start on the offense, 5 yards, repeat second down.
Huskers have had it once in the third quarter, coughed it up on a Tommy Frazier interception. Underneath center, Plummer, quick count, gives to his thrown back, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward to the 39-yard line. Grant Wistrom closing down, stopping Chris Hopkins after a gain of 1.5, 2 yards. Third and very long.
Difference between Nebraska and its opposition, Ken, in the first 3 games at least. There was an example of it where it looks like things have opened up. It looked like Boyer had a shot, and Wistrom closed it just like that. There's that kind of quickness on defense. Nebraska, on the other hand, will open things up at the line of scrimmage, and that more often than not will end up in a big play. There's just that much difference in the speed and quickness of Nebraska and its opponents, at least so far in the season. I don't think anybody expected this kind of a result today.
Third and 25 for Arizona State at the Nebraska 39-yard line. Under center is Plummer. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right, takes the snap. Drops to throw, pass pro holds over the middle. He's got his receiver at the 35. He spins and is tackled at the 32-yard line. Nebraska with good coverage. It was Lindsey Jackson, tackled by Michael Booker. 1 back, 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Fourth down, Plummer to throw. Steps up in the pocket over the middle. It is going to be almost intercepted. It's incomplete. Intended for Ricky Boyer. Mike Minter got his hand on it. First play from scrimmage, Amon Green from the 32 for about 6 out to the 38-yard line. Picks his way up the middle, then off to the left side. And the Huskers try to get something done for the first time in the third quarter. Their only possession winding up in a turnover as Tommy Frazier is picked off for the first time this year.
I think it was Derek Smith that popped Amon Green in the backfield, and Amon just bounced off him. I'll tell you, this kid is incredible for his age.
Here we go. Nebraska with the ball between the 38 and 39-yard line, left side hash. I-pro set. Makovica and Green in the backfield. Tommy takes it back to Green, and he gave it to him across the 45. Drags players with him to the 49-yard line. A first down for NU and more by freshman Amon Green, 11 yards on the play.
Husker football brought to you in part by the Nebraska Beef Council. For beef recipes to fit your hectic schedule, call the Nebraska Beef Council at 800-421-LEAN. And by Bud Light. You can always count on the great taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up and never lets you down. So make it a Bud Light.
7 minutes gone, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nothing on the board yet for either team. It's 63-21, same as it was at halftime. Double tights, 2 wings, 1 back. That's the ace set from the 49. Tommy under center will take the snap from Aaron Graham. And he wants to throw the ball. And he throws it off the right side, complete inside the 45 at the 43-yard line. Big tight end Mark Gilman with his second reception this afternoon. He's got 7 on the year. Kenny Cheatham, I set NU. Tommy under center has the snap. He pitches the ball out to Amon. Amon is down to the 40-yard line. He's got the first down, depending on the spot of the ball. They stretch him out, and it is... Al is wrong. They're short.
Short about 6 inches. Yeah.
Double tights. Tight end left is Carpenter. Tight end right is Gilman. Flanker to the right side is John Vedral. Ball on the left side, hash mark, and they wind the clock. Frazier on 3rd down and inches. Maybe changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Taking a long time. Takes the snap. Gives it back to Amon. And Amon broke it inside the 35. And Amon Green is down at the 32-yard line. First down. Eric Anderson and Jeff Makovica with great blocks for Amon Green.
They just walled it off, Kemp. They're on that right perimeter. Tommy read it. The Devils are still putting 8 guys in the box. And he knew that they were overloaded to the right side, their right side, Nebraska's left side. And Anderson and Ott on the right side, along with Makovica, just walled it off. And Amon got upfield easily for the first down.
Amon Green with a career-high 106 yards rushing on 11 carries, 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10, NU. 32 of ASU. I-Pro set. Snap to Tommy. Option right. Tosses it out to Amon. Got a block downfield. Amon turns the corner inside the 25 and popped out of bounds at the 22-yard line of Arizona State. We'll check the sideline. Tommy's coming out. Brooke Behringer in now. 2nd down. 1st down and 10 yards to go, Cornhuskers. At the 21-yard line of ASU on the right side hash mark. And NU in the I-Pro set. Cheatham is a split end right. Vedral, wing back to the left side. I beg your pardon. It's yes, that's what it is. And Makovica and Green in the backfield. Snap to Brooke Behringer, the toss sweep left side. And Green wants to throw. Hauls off with his left hand. Jump ball. Vedral's got the ball, and it's incomplete in the end zone. Amon Green, a lefty. Throwing kind of like a girl there, Gary. And the open set. 2 wideouts left, 1 right eye. Makovica, and now James Sims in there at tailback. Brooke under center. Takes the snap. Gives to his fullback. Makovica goes nowhere. He was met at the line of scrimmage and shoved back. Pickup of 1 by Makovica. 3rd and 9 NU. Ball squarely in the middle of the field, and Brooke Behringer in the shotgun. 2 wideouts left and right. Sims alongside Behringer in the shotgun, and what do we have here? Brooke is running off the field. We have a timeout on the field called by Arizona State. 5:37 left in the 3rd. Nebraska 63, Arizona State 21, and this is the Nebraska Sports Network. 3rd and 9 Huskers, 21-yard line ASU, shotgun, 2 wideouts right and left. Sims in the backfield with Behringer. Snap to Brooke. Brooks drops back, screen pass. Sims incomplete. Well, I think Sims heard footsteps. Boy, good coverage by Larry Johnson on Sims. No, they're going for it, Gary, as Behringer again is in the shotgun. Nebraska's gone to 5:31 in the 3rd and hasn't scored here in the 3rd quarter. And that will happen at times when you bolt out to a lead like Nebraska did against Arizona State in the 1st. Hard to keep that up. Hard to sustain that momentum. Brooke on 4th down and 9. Takes the snap, runs the ball, pitches out. James Sims at the corner, eludes a tackler inside the 15, pulls his way forward, and may be just short.
Jim, what's this been like down there on the Nebraska sideline, given the events of the week? Has it been any different than normal?
Not at all. The coaches have been in control. The only problem down here has been the lapses defensively. That's been the coach's biggest complaint.
Reserves in there defensively. Arizona State up the middle to the give to the tailback. From the 12 out to beyond the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's Terry Battle. Pick up of 3, 2nd and 7. Arizona State, their 16, right side hash. Plummer under center, takes the snap. He boots to the left on the play fake, and the rush is coming. He delivers it complete to his tight end at the 20-yard line. And that was Bush once again.
The pass from Plummer.
And Jay Foreman on the tackle. Devin Kendall, the tight end that time on the reception, and that brings the ball out to the 20-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and 3 ASU.
Saltzman and Ogard, the tackles again in here, Kent, on this series. Chad Kelsey at the right rush in. We mentioned Foreman in there, and we'll pick up the rest as we go.
Terrell Farley is in there. And Stokes is in there at safety, and on 3rd and 3, they've got the first down. The tailback right up the gut across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Terry Battle. It is 1st and 10, ASU. They've dominated the clock here in the 3rd. Snap to Plummer, and the play fake, and he wants to go long for the home run. Man coverage downfield complete inside the 40, and a tackle by Nebraska's Mike Pullman on Derek Charles on a fly pattern down the middle. 1st and 10, Arizona State. Nebraska's 35, left side hash. NU 4-down lineman. Plummer underneath center, 2 tights, 2 wings. Plummer takes the snap. They leave it on the ground off the left side inside the 30 and hit out of bounds at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. The running back, Tom Osborne, will say, I'm sure, on our postgame show and on the TV show tomorrow, that he will be disappointed with how flat Nebraska was in the 3rd quarter. Here we go. On 1st and 10, it gives the tailback inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. Knifes Terry Battle. So they're picking up big chunks against the second defense. Terrell Farley out of Columbus, Georgia. Nebraska's only JUCO recruit out of Independence made the play. Ball just outside the 15, where it's going to be 2nd down and 2.
Larry Arnold coming into the ball game now with some of his mates who will pick up those numbers. They don't forget that after the game today, Terry Leahy will pass along college football scores from all across the country on the football scoreboard. That comes your way after the game today over most of these Nebraska Sports Network stations.
All right, it is 2nd down and 2, just outside the Nebraska 15, and they leave it on the ground again, and the high back eludes a tackler, another inside the 10, the 5, tackled from behind at the 1-yard line. Mike Minter, the touchdown-saving tackle of Terry Battle, who ran over one guy and then turned it upfield, eluded another would-be tackler for 14 yards. 1st and goal, Arizona State at the Nebraska 1.
He put a tremendous move. Give him credit. Big-time move on Tony Veland and headed for the goal line where Mike Minter dragged him down just a yard short. 2:55 to go and the clock running.
And you with a conventional goal line now, 3 tackles in there. Ogard with the Peter brothers. 1st and goal, Arizona State. They give to the tailback. He's over the top, hit down short at the 1-yard line. Went nowhere. 0-0 in the second half. 63-21 in the game. Snap the Plummer. Tailback knifes in there between his center and left guard for the touchdown. And so Arizona State has come out of the dressing room and has played better football in Nebraska. Are they going to say he was down? No, he was in there. And it'll be Robert Neese on the PAT for Arizona State. And they have scored 27, about to score 28 on the Big Red. Long snap placement, kicked by Neese is up, and it is through there. We played 13 minutes in the 3rd quarter, and our score from Lincoln, Nebraska 63, Arizona State 28. You're listening to Big Red Radio. Here we go, getting ready for the kickoff. Robert Neese hits the ball, and it's end over end, and underneath it, Kenny Cheatham at the 15 on the left side, cuts to the 20, right side of the 25. Cheatham with a great block and a great move to the right sideline, 30, 35, and Cheatham out of bounds at the 38-yard line of Arizona State. Mixture of 1st and 2nds in the offensive line. Behringer, the quarterback, has a new fullback in there. Toss sweep left to the tailback, and that's James Sims up the field to the 40-yard line, picked up 2. James Sims cut it back up inside rather than swing wide left from the 40-yard line of Nebraska. A set. Behringer under center, drops back, draw play. It's Sims off left side to the 45, broken out to the 50-yard line. James Sims. He picks up 7.5, 8 yards. Adam True on the block. Also from his left tackle spot as Justin Dergoux made the stop. And Nebraska with a 1st down into Arizona State territory. The ball between the 50 and 49.
Adam True from right here in Lincoln, of course, played at Pius, and he's really done a tremendous job as that swing tackle, and you saw it there on that play, or heard about it.
Schuster in there at fullback. I-pro set in you. Snap to Brook. Give to Sims up the middle. He's inside the 45. Rambles his way inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Boy, showing some tough running. James Sims. Sims, 6'1", 200 pounds. A sophomore out of Omaha. A redshirt sophomore. And he's got the package. Lee Cole on the stop. It popped to the secondary, and the DBs had to make the play. Sims, 42 yards, rushing 6 carries.
Omaha native, moved away, graduated high school West Memphis, Arkansas, and then has been back in Omaha, and now is on the football team.
Full house backfield NU at the 39 of ASU. 47 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Brook under center, takes the snap. Zone play again. Yes, it's Sims inside the 35-yard line, and he's down to the 33. So big chunks on this possession by Nebraska as Jason Simmons on his cornerback spot. Huskers 2nd and long 3. The ball at the 33 of Arizona State. Snap to Brook. Option to the left side. No, he gave it to his fullback, and he's got the 1st down to the 25-yard line. Brian Schuster, the junior out of Fullerton. 2nd string offensive line in the ball game for Nebraska. 1st and 10 at the 25 of Arizona State. Behringer under center. Takes the snap. He boots to the right side. Run pass option. He's got Carpenter deep, and he scrambles with the ball and is tackled for a loss on the play. Couldn't get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled back at the 28-yard line. Tim Carpenter, a late release on the right side from his tight end spot. One possibility. The other was Cluster Johnson. But Brook instead decided to run the ball and lost yardage, so it's 2nd and 13. From the 28 of ASU. Opening the 4th frame here. Behringer maybe changing the play. Nebraska in the open set. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Behringer on an option play on the carry all the way inside the 25. Can't shake the last tackler. Dumped at the 24-yard line. That's 1 yard upfield from the original line of scrimmage. So that means it's 3rd down and 9. And the Huskers having trouble getting on track here in the 3rd quarter. Number 89 in there. We'll check his number in a moment. At 1 to the left in the I. Open set. Brook on a give to the fullback on a trap play, bowls his way forward to near the 20-yard line, but it's going to be 4th down. And you looking at 4th and about 6. Sheldon Jackson in motion as a wingman to the tight end spot right side. Pro trips, 1 back on 4th down and 6. Brook takes the snap, wants to throw, 3 receivers to choose from, lets it go incomplete. Too much on it. Man coverage downfield. It was hole behind the intended target. I don't know if Brook threw it away because of the coverage. Jason Verdugo in there at quarterback for ASU now. They keep it on the ground, give it the tailback, and he's met in the backfield for a loss. It was Terry Battle, the tailback, tackled by Scott Saltzman. 2nd down, 10.5 to go for Arizona State, moving left to right. As the quarterback Verdugo wants to throw, pocket holds, and the pass deflected with one hand on the ball was Larry Arnold at the Arizona State 29-yard line. And Nebraska in its dime package defensively. 3rd and long, ASU, they're 21. Verdugo back to throw, pump fake left, throws it off right side. It's intercepted by Nebraska, and it's Terrell Farley. Farley in there for the touchdown. The quarterback, Verdugo, winged the ball off to the left side after faking a screen to the right. It hit his intended target and bounced off him into the hands of Terrell Farley, who has done that twice now this year. He returned an interception for a touchdown at Oklahoma State, and he's got his 2nd one of the year. And so the defense, the first to score for the Big Red here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, he's really a ball hawk with tremendous instincts and versatility, athletic ability, and he just had no trouble picking that thing off.
And low snap from center, recovered though, the kick is up, and it's Retzlaff who sends her straight through there. With 12:07 to go in the ballgame, Nebraska leading Arizona State now 70-28. This is the Nebraska Sports Network.
Thanks to the defense, Nebraska gets 7 more to make it a nice round 70. 12:07 to go in the ballgame. Arizona State trailing 70-28. And the kickoff. Here's Retzlaff and here's Kent.
Retzlaff hits it. It's end over end and low into the wind, and it's taken at the 4-yard line by Hopkins. Middle return 5-10. He's out to the 15. Moves to the right side across the 20, stumbles, and is covered at the 22-23-yard line. That's where ASU will have it 1st and 10. Travis Toline in there for Nebraska. Jeff Ogard is in there. Scott Saltzman, Toline at rush end left side. Snap to Verdugo. Gives it to his tailback. Nothing there. Michael Martin met by 4 or 5 red-shirted black shirts, if you will, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe he picked up a yard from the 23 to the 24. 2nd and 9.
Mike Rucker in at right side rush in. Say thanks to the Nebraska Beef Council for bringing you Big Red Football on the radio. Featuring 30 meals in 30 minutes. Your guide to great tasting, nutritious, convenient beef meals. For a copy, call 800-421-LEAD. And Beechwood Age Budweiser, the king of beers. This Bud's for you.
John Hess now in at a rush end spot from the 24 of ASU. On the right side, Ash, snap to Verdugo, 2-step drop, guns at right side, complete. Boyer 30, 35 to the 36-yard line. Ricky the Rocket Boyer. And so a 1st down for ASU. Split end right, flanker left. Verdugo, who takes the snap, gives it to his tailback, off tackle, got a couple. From the 36 to maybe the 38-yard line, Michael Martin on the carry. Huskers played the run tough. John Hess was there. Scott Saltzman was there. Tom in the booth after home games answering your questions, so we'll give you the phone numbers as ASU's over the ball on 2nd and 8. Verdugo short drop, throws it off the right side. Good catch. Out beyond the 40 to the 43-yard line. Short of what they need, though. Fullman on the coverage of Ricky Boyer. Tackled him as the ball arrived. Husker offense has been shut out here in the 2nd half. Arizona State over the football. And the offset eye. Fullback cheated off left. Verdugo under center. Waiting for the snap. 4-man front by NU. Backers plugging in the holes as the quarterback Verdugo gives to his tailback. Pulls his way forward to the 45. Short by 1.5 yards. 4th down coming up. Michael Martin couldn't get to the sticks. Long snap to Anderson. High from center, but he gets the punt off. Deep single safety as Fullman gets underneath it. Does not touch it. Takes a Husker bounce. And will be down by ASU. It was first touched at the 19-yard line. 3.76 on the hang time. NU 81 yards away. And they'll get the ball back with 6 minutes gone and 9 minutes to go in the game. More new linemen in there. Matt Hoskinson in there. Fred Pollock on the left side up front. Behringer still the quarterback. Set. Double tights, double wings, 1 back. We'll check who that is in a moment. The snap and the give on the counter. It's Amon Green in big trouble. Loses big time. Line of scrimmage, the 19-yard line, and defensive penetration against this young offensive line. Nebraska second and 15, a loss of 5 in the last play in the open set. Brook getting his starting count, throws the ball right side, complete to Kenny Cheatham from the 20 out to the 23-yard line after he catches it and falls forward. So on second and 15, Cheatham comes up with a chunk. Justin Dragoo, the middle linebacker, made the play, and the clock runs with 8:09 to go, and Nebraska had 70-28. They're going to spot that ball shy of the 24-yard line, right at the 24, so it's going to be third down and about 5.
A lot of these guys you'll see down the road the next year or so playing, but right now they're going against starters, and they're running fourth team.
2 tights, 2 wings. Cheatham to the left side, Lance Brown to the right side, Amon Green, the tailback, third down, 5 NU. Brook calls his starting count, drops back to throw, 3-step drop, fade pattern, left side, Cheatham there, can't get to it, overthrown. That wind's got to be tricky. It's really blowing out of the north. And now Nebraska looking at fourth down. So Jesse Cush to punt it away, his second punt this afternoon. Boy, he had a boomer the first time. 73-yard punt, down at the 1-yard line. Cush stands at his own 10. He'll kick against the wind. And the ball delivered. He hits it from the 15-yard line. Line drive into the wind, and it carries big time. Sends Simmons back. And NU downs the ball. Boy, Cush has really done a good job this year on a limited number of punts. 4.15 on the hang time against the wind for Jesse Cush. And here's the snap and the give off the left side. ASU across the 30 to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. The running back Michael Martin off tackle left. Another snap and the give to the tailback. First down across the 40, keeps his feet, plows forward out to near the 45. Michael Martin once more. All kinds of new folks in the ballgame now for Nebraska.
Michael Martin Murphy. Jamel Williams on the stop that time, Kent.
And the snap on first down, Verdugo to his tailback again. Martin broke a tackle out across the 50 to the 49-yard line of the Cornhuskers. Michael Martin again on the ground. Here into the ball game now for Bruce Snyder. The Arizona State head coach is Steve Campbell at quarterback.
Eric Nelson is the tackle in question, I believe, Kent.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. He's an offensive player, Eric Nelson. Could be Derek Allen. I'm not sure.
Nelson's listed as a defensive tackle. They got a lot of folks in there who you don't see very often.
Second down and 4 for Arizona State. And the snap to the quarterback and the give to the tailback, and again it is Michael Martin, and he got it down to near the 46-yard line of Nebraska, maybe a pinch short of what they need. Clock runs, 6 minutes to go, 9 minutes gone in the fourth period of play. Michael Hoffman in there at a tackle spot on the right side, 5'9", 230, sophomore from Spencer, Nebraska, number 50. Pride and Joy Spencer. Quarterback sneak by Steve Campbell, and I think he got it. He needed only a couple of inches. Needed to get it near the 45-yard line, and I think he got it inside the 45. Just outside the 46 of Nebraska, and they've got the first down on the quarterback sneak, penetrating the 45, so between the 45 and 44. And now they will stop the clock to move the sticks. First down, Arizona State.
Schmedeke in the secondary, along with Mike Roberts on this series. Mike Roberts, a junior out of Omaha, 6'1", 175 pounds. Stopped on the play by Roverback.
They rate Arizona State as having the 4th most difficult schedule in America. Isn't it ironic how many teams have the most difficult schedule in America when they play Nebraska?
Funny how that works out, isn't it? It's Michigan State last week, same thing.
Yeah, first and 10. ASU 45-yard line. NU back to pass as Campbell has time. Now rush, throws long. Man coverage incomplete. DB Schmedeke bumped into the would-be receiver Boyer. And Eric Nelson with nice pressure on Campbell. Eric Nelson didn't play a whole lot of ball prior to coming here, about 1 or 2 years of high school ball. First down, give it to the tailback, big yardage up the middle. He goes from the 45 to the 38-yard line of Nebraska. Michael Martin getting some stats here at the expense of Nebraska's 3s and 4s defensively. Clock runs, 4:42 to go. He picked up yardage to the 38.5-yard line. It's third down and a long 4 to go for the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Let's check the running tallies here, Kent. For Arizona State, 167 rushing, 290 through the air, 457 total yards so far.
Arizona State, third down, 4. Inside the 40 of Nebraska. Campbell, the quarterback, drops back, gives to his tailback, and he gets a couple. That time Martin didn't have much luck, and it's fourth down facing Arizona State with the ball at the 37-yard line of Nebraska. And the crowd wants these reserves to shut them down here on 4th and 3. Pass left side, incomplete. Nebraska will get the ball. And now we'll see some reserves on the offense. Fullback now is Joel Makovica. Tailback, Chad Eicher. Double tights, full house backfield for Turman. Toss sweep left. Eicher on the carry. He bounces off one tackler, carries a man with him. Got 2 tough yards. He is number 40, and it is Turman, the Terminator, takes the snap, gives to his fullback. And he gets it across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Billy Legate in there at a fullback, tailback spot. Joel McAvick, the fullback.
Who else? Boy. I don't know how many they suited up, but I'll bet you they all see action today. Except for Damon Benning, because he's nursing that hamstring. Joe Horst in there at a tight end.
Now we got Josh Cobb in at fullback. And Eicher back in at tailback in the full house backfield for Turman. From the 41-yard line, 3rd and 7, and it's an option to the right side. Turman turns it upfield across the 45, pulls between two defenders, across the 50-yard line, first down at the ASU 48. Boy, I'll tell you what, Matt Turman, who is as strong as anybody on this football team, pound for pound. Go ask Boyd Epley, who, by the way, we don't mention near enough. He is so instrumental on this Big Red machine. But Turman did a great job in the weight room over the winter, and he really showed his strength there.
Yeah, and don't forget, Matt's been to war when everything was on the line. All the marbles on the table at Kansas State last year.
Everything's on the ground here. 1st and 10 from the 48. And a play fake, and this isn't on the ground. He dumps it out there complete to his tight end. 45 to the 40, and to the 36-yard line goes Vershawn Jackson. Vershawn Jackson out of Omaha South. After it was Turman on the play fake, threw it out there to Vic Vershawn, and Nebraska with a 1st and 10 in Arizona State with a player down, a 12-yard pickup on the play. Billy Legate, the lone back for Matt Turman. Double tights, double wings. Jock Allen to the left side. Turman may be changing the play. 5-2 front, pretty conventional. Looked at by Arizona State, and Legate in trouble at the line of scrimmage. Hit and bounced back. And they're going to give him forward progress to the 38-yard line, a loss of a yard and a half. Eicher is in there at tailback. And Turman, the quarterback, from the 38 of Arizona State. The clock down to a minute 25, 11 on the 25-second clock. Option right, Turman on the keep. Turman in trouble, and he loses more yardage. 3rd and 13, Turman turns, play fake. Turman wants to throw, goes for the home run. Lance Brown, touchdown! Touchdown, Lance Brown! A 39-yard touchdown strike from Matt Turman on a play fake. The DBs and the backers came in, sucked up on the play fake, and Lance Brown, the 5'11", 185-pound sophomore from Papillion, takes it in, and he can pick him up and put him down. 4.6640, 1.52 10-yard dash time. He burned Mitchell Friedman.
77 points on the day if Retzlaff is successful on this point after attempt, which Turman will put down out of the hold of, I believe, Adam True. Here we go.
And so the Huskers look for their 77th point, and they nail it as Retzlaff splits them in with 38 seconds to go. 77-28. Nebraska back after this. You're listening to Big Red Radio. We have seen the 8th highest point total by a Nebraska football team in the history of this program, with 77 points, tying an effort against Army back in 1972. 119 is the top. And you scored 117 against Kearney State, 102 against Creighton, 100 against Wesleyan, 85 against Doane, 84 against Minnesota, 81 against Bellevue, and now 77 today against Arizona State, along with 77 against Army in 72.
But again, I think, Kent, that 84 against Minnesota in 1983 is the one against which the others, this game should be compared, because it's the modern era. Those others were way back in the mists when it was really an entirely different ball game and a different program.
No question about it. It will be Retzlaff to kick it off. Got that brace on that left knee. Blew his knee out playing basketball. In the offseason, he approaches the ball. Retzlaff from Waverly hits it, keeps it low against the wind. Hopkins has got it. That'll return to the 10-yard line. Starts to the right to the 15 to the 20. 25, got a blocker. 30. 35 right sideline. 40. And out of it.